everybody. This is Out of the Box podcast. I'm your host, Jim Andre, and host Bradley Powers.
Yo.
We got special guest today, Michael, psychic medium Ann Gilpin. How you doing, Michael?
Hello, I'm fine. Thank you for having me.
Oh, anytime. We've had you on. We've had you on before. You're always welcome on the show. How you
Thank you
doing,
so
Bradley?
much.
How you doing, Bradley?
Yeah, I'm all right, thank you. We like Michael because she's a good girl. That's why.
But you got to always remember, Michael, good girls go to heaven, bad girls go everywhere.
Well, when I'm bad, I'm even better. Funny.
So what's new with you, Michael?
Nothing, just dealing with, life and weird stuff and,
Yeah, that's enough of a task within itself, right?
yeah, for me anyway. And
Well, I would say for most people.
yeah, so just, I was, before you called, I was actually, astral projecting, so.
Were you really? Yeah. Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, so
Now when you astral project, is that when you like normally see things like can that be tied into some type of remote viewing?
sometimes more I consider it more like a little vacation, like where I was today was I was on Jupiter, so kind of exploring that world, so that was fun. But
That must give you quite a sense of freedom.
it does, yeah. I've been to Mars and of course the moon and
So what's
Saturn.
what's the most interesting destination you've ever experienced?
Probably the moon, because it's not what people think it is.
Is it
There's-
an artificial satellite?
It's more like a base where people live and there's life.
Yeah,
and
it's like a remote depot of sorts, right?
yeah, exactly. I don't know how it's made, and I have questions like, what I see, it's like, why can't they see it? Like for instance, when the so-called astronauts go around the moon, why can't they go to the dark side and take pictures? That's always been a thing for me. If we can take the front side, why can't they take the back side when it goes dark? It makes no sense.
The Death Star in Star Wars, I think, is an accurate perception of the moon. Actually.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the Death Star.
Yeah, in Star Wars, there was a time when the Earth actually didn't have a moon. The moon was towed there because we didn't have a moon. This planet wasn't born with a moon.
Yeah.
The moon was towed there.
Yeah. So it's cool up there. There's different life forms and stuff. And they actually all work together. It's very serene up there. There's no
friction.
Yeah, there really isn't. It's just
they peacefully cohabitate.
Yeah, they cohabitate. Yeah, exactly. There's no racism. There's no ill will. There's no.
Well, that's what that's how we gotta learn to be here on Earth.
Yeah, I like it up there. So, but yeah, it's nice.
Now, you were saying something interesting the other night when we were talking about seeing different symbols around people.
Oh yeah. So I've yet to met anyone or see anybody online that does this, but so Carl Jung, who's a was a psychologist in our day, did what they called a dream, like a dream dictionary or dream alchemy, whatever. And he recognized that when people dream, there's symbols, and somehow I can see those symbols. Like we did, I think I saw what a ladybug and something or other around some. I forget it was Donnie or you or oh, it was Vic, yeah.
That was
And then I
Vic.
saw
It was
um,
Vic. Yeah.
I forget what sometimes when I see stuff, I don't remember what I see, but I know I saw something around Bradley
Yeah. You
and
seen dragons? I think it was
Octopus.
dragon. Oh, octopus.
yeah, an
Octopus.
octopus, and then the wolf came through but that was more of a spirit animal, not a what I call a dream or remote image. Um, so yeah, so
Yeah,
it's very
and that
interesting.
octopus was very accurate. I am shedding my skin. I'm removing people out of my life and
Hmm.
changing direction. Yes, I am. So the octopus was absolutely put. Thank you for that. Michael.
And,
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
and around me, Michael, you've seen, what'd you say? Aliens, right?
Well, yeah, but that's not a dream. That's just what you live with. It's not a dream image. I mean, if I could, let me I can tune in to what I see now. Um, so let me. I don't know if I can go out of. If I can put these on. I don't know if I can put StreamYard on a pause. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, wait, I can't open up my thing. So, let me see if I can. I don't know if I can get my computer. I think it ran out of juice.
We have a question here, Michael, from a Facebook user.
Okay.
Do they live in the moon or on the moon?
Well, in and on are kind of this. Like, do you live on a house or do you live in a house? So they have to be on the moon to, you live on the land, but you live in a house. So it's the same thing as the moon. They live on the moon, but they live in a structure. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's
So
it's a,
I guess what they're asking is, do they go like underground or?
yeah, it's more underground because of that you can see uh when I go you can see like there's a structure. It's mostly I think on the dark side of the moon. That I see things that is not relevant, that if we could put a telescope on the dark side of the moon, you guys could see it too.
Yeah. So you've
So
remote viewed on the moon. Have you remote viewed through an entity, or have you remote viewed outside an entity?
I've never gone inside. I've channeled an entity or an alien before, but
Yeah.
oh, my computer's dead. But I haven't. Uh, and I've been into subterranean bases where there's been aliens and entities and things, but I've never been through their eyes. That I cannot do.
Is the moon highly populated or is it sparsely populated?
I would say more sparse. It's kind of an elite group of things and people. Um, I don't see it being highly popular, not like Earth. There could be more people up there if they allowed it. Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think we landed on the moon, Matt? What do you think? Do you think we landed on the moon, Michael?
At one time I think we did because I was there for that. I watched it on TV, but now with a lot of the things that I'm seeing and investigating, I honestly don't think it happened.
I don't either.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
I think it happened at one point on like a more secretive mission, but the highly publicized one where they're taking pictures and stuff, it's not possible. It really isn't. It's, if you look at the gravity and the way things were done and images and,
Yeah,
some people
it
say
looked
it's,
more like a movie to me. Like a
yeah, it's like a Steven Spielberg or
right.
Ron
Yeah,
Howard
yeah,
movie,
right. We got
basically.
a Vic Makarov is with us. Hi, Vic. He's asking, do humans and aliens live on the moon together?
Yes, they do. They do.
Well, if
They're
humans
coexisting.
live with
Just
the
like we
aliens,
used to coexist with the Anunnaki, who are aliens. We coexisted back, even the Samaritans. We
well,
coexisted.
if humans live with aliens on the moon, we must have been to the moon already, right?
Well, that's what I just said. I said it was a secretive mission, not a publicized mission.
Right.
I think this was a publicized mission to say,
And
okay,
then
we
again,
have to go to the moon.
then again, the humans could have been brought there by the aliens.
Exactly. I mean, people get abducted all the time. How do we know they're not getting abducted to do stuff on the moon for time in a season? But that's just my opinion. People, if you believe, that's fine. It's all good. I'm not going to discount somebody's belief. But if you really do investigate and see what's going on, it's very discerning. Even now, if you look at some of the missions on the space station, you can see green screen involved, and it's just weird. It just doesn't seem real to me. But that's okay. There's just something off that I feel that it's off. And I don't know if it's because I operate on a different level or what, but to me, it's just off. So, anyways, back to your question. So, Jim, I was trying to get my computer up, but I'd have to put the phone down for a minute to plug it in. But if you want to look up, if you guys can, so what I see around you, Jim, right now is like a frog. It's just a regular green frog. So if you look up frog in dreams meaning, you'll understand what that is. Because I can't leave StreamYard to get it on my phone. And
Can you do that, Bradley? Can you Google that?
Yeah, I can Google that. Yeah, you want me to Google something? What do you want me to Google?
Yeah, do frog in dream meaning.
Dream book. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have all these memorized because there's so many pictures.
I always thought of myself being connected to like owls rather than frogs.
Well, you might be connected to owls, but these are images that I see around people. So it can start with a frog, then it could go to a river, then it can go to a cobblestone, then it can go to a tree, then it can, these are successional pictures that I get from spirit that leads to a reading to tell you what's going on in your life. I can definitely see you, being connected to an owl. So, yeah.
Okay, Facebook, that's Vic again. He's asking, what type of aliens coexist with humans on the moon?
I don't remember their names. All I can tell you, there's big ones, small ones, ones that have big heads, ones that have. I honestly don't know their names. I apologize.
Are there any?
Allow me to enlighten you about the frogs. Frogs are symbols of rebirth, renewal, and transformation. And dreaming about frogs means you're facing a personal transformation, a new beginning, and major life. Your life's about to change, Jim.
Is that true or not true?
Jim
could
can't
be,
see it.
Yeah. Well, by the way, things have been going. Yeah, It wouldn't be surprising, I guess.
Okay.
I am pretty random or spontaneously random, so like I could change his life.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, you are doing, and then to top that, you are dealing with some things that will begin to change your life for the better. It's yeah, they're personal, but yeah, I see good things coming your way.
Yeah.
Well, that's a positive note.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jimmy
Now
Dino.
on the moon there with the aliens, were there any like um, aliens that looked more human than others?
There were. I think they start with an L, like the Lyards or Linards or
Lyrans.
Sirens, yeah.
Lyrans. Yeah,
Wow, really? I'm surprised.
yeah.
I would have gone with tall greys on the moon. Tall greys inside the moon. That's what I would have gone with.
Do what now?
The tall greys that are inside the moon
Yeah,
itself.
they're actually very nice.
Really?
But there are some mean ones
Yeah, I
that
heard
I've
they
Yeah,
were
met.
absolutely.
aggressive. Yeah.
Yeah, some that have fallen from, just like there's mean human beings, there's going to be mean aliens of the same
Yeah, it's like
race.
that in
So
any species. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, the
exactly.
tall
So
greys have made a deal with the government to exchange technology for human beings. You know.
right, but there are some grays that don't believe in that. So they're
Yeah.
trying to coexist to, get that order off. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's nice to know. You
So
know,
we're
I
not
really.
being, eaten, so to speak. Mm.
Is it President Nixon might have had something to do with that deal? Mm.
No, yeah, Nixon. Whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really interesting up there. It just makes me wonder why, you know,
So
they
my
kept
question for you is: have you ever? You're a psychic medium. Have you ever encountered an incubus or a succubus?
um I have with a succubus actually. I was doing
Really?
a walkthrough for a friend, and he was actually male, and I looked above and I'm like, what the crap was that? What he's experiencing. So yeah, but we saged and everything, and that left. And I've
Yeah.
also encountered
Oh,
banshees as
really?
well. Yeah,
You
yeah.
had to get to the leave. I thought you enjoyed the experience. That's what I thought. But, like, yeah, I suppose maybe it was too much because they made a film called The Entity, and The Entity is a true story based on a incubus that was raping this woman, and they couldn't get it to stop, and she had bruises all around her person, and it had held her, and it was having sex with her, and she couldn't get it to stop. And they made a film about it called The Entity.
I think I've seen that. Yeah. It's interesting that what I've noticed here in America is we don't have a lot of those, what I call like incubus, succubus, banshees, elementals like you do over in Europe because you're older.
Yeah, I've met three so far, and they were
Yeah.
very friendly.
Yeah, I bet they were.
And I didn't mind. I didn't want an exorcist.
Yeah.
I was going, come back, come back.
Yeah.
Like, anyway, incubuses and succubuses do exist. Lilith was a succubus, the goddess of hell. She is the first woman on earth. She is a succubus too.
Mm-hmm.
Vampires can be incubuses or succubuses as well, and you can actually form a contract with an incubus or a succubus, and however, you must honor your words. Your words must be binding. If you sign a contract with an incubus or a succubus, you must honor it, otherwise you will regret it.
Yeah, I'll never do that, but
And do you remember? Do you remember seeing the Nordics on there? Any Nordics? They're the most, I think, that look like human beings. They're fair skin, blonde hair, blue eyes.
yeah, yeah, they're nice. They're tall. And it's weird because it's like there's a translator up there, or I can see it in my mind's eye, like telepathy. So it's not
Telepathically,
really,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's not really like it's, I don't know. It's a different type of communication up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vic is asking when are the aliens going to disclose themselves to humanity?
Well, they have been. We just don't believe it.
True.
I mean, it's not like they come down and say, "Hey, take me to your leader."
Yes, that's
They're
true.
they're
Aliens
here.
live amongst us. Aliens live amongst us, especially the reptilians.
Yeah,
They, they,
they're already here. You can see it. Yeah, you can see it.
We have a Facebook
reptilians.
user asking, as a confirmation, what do you see as future Earth? And you do not have to answer this question.
What do I see as future Earth?
Oh,
As in the annihilation or the
Well, yeah, I
digitization?
mean, I guess the ultimate. In other words, we understand the way the state the world is in today. I mean, ultimately, how do you see that
Yeah,
unfolding?
I actually see it like today there was a disclosure of UFOs. I think that's a beginning of us trying to coexist with um, alien entities from another planets.
you'll find the reptilians have a cloaking device which makes them. They have a cloaking device which makes them undetectable to human eyes. They're also shapeshifters, I believe, and they can actually shapeshift into a form of a human. That's amazing, don't you think?
Yeah,
Well, you
and
know,
being in television, you can see that if you like when I was doing what they call analog editing, there was things that I saw that I couldn't explain. So now we've gone to HD and digital, which masks them even more. You don't have that pixelation. But as far as his question is concerned, I see, a future, I don't see the earth blowing up or it, you know, I do see kind of what I call a calling where just like COVID, there's going to be another um, round of something that's going to get rid of the population. But in that, I think that we'll get more alien help.
right.
Um,
Well, as I was going to say, let me interject. My contacts, my contact information says that we got to be aware of an upcoming false flag alien invasion by the 1%. They've got this
Yeah.
hologram technology now,
oh yeah, I was
where,
just gonna say, yeah, hologram.
where people will actually believe they're seeing alien craft in the sky firing weapons, when in reality the weaponry will be being fired by the military industrial complex
Hmm.
itself.
Yeah,
So, and that's their way of putting fear into the masses, so that they
some
can
people
go
think
ahead.
9/11 was that.
So that they can go ahead with their agenda to form a new world order, new world
Yeah,
government with little or no resistance from the masses. And
yeah.
but
Nicole,
my information also tells me that the aliens will intervene prior to that to prevent that from happening.
Yeah, totally.
Nic-
And some people think
Nicole
that
Lowe
9/11 was that a hologram, and there's some things that are questionable about the attacks and how the buildings fell and stuff. So yeah.
Nicole Lowe says, based on the hearing today, the government are seeing the aliens as a potential threat.
Yeah, of course they're telling you that exactly
Yeah,
because they're going to come out. They're leading up to that false flag alien invasion that I've been
yeah.
talking about for years now.
Well, and there is some aliens that are a threat. They want to in no uncertain terms, eat us. Basically, we're food.
Well, yeah, but the ones who are our guides or our
Yeah, the nice ones like
guardians,
yours.
they won't allow that.
Yeah, they're waving at me again. Hi guys, they're so cute. Your little alien friends are so cute. They're like, we like her. I'm like, I like you guys too.
Yeah, yeah. So how long have you been first of all, how long have you been blessed with the gifts that you have, Michael?
So I believe I got my gift at the age of 4, and how that happened was I knew at a young age, basically that age. I told my mom I wasn't from here. I was from the stars. And oddly enough, I also have a twin brother, and we were in my grandma's home. We were kind of asleep in our bunk beds, and I wish he could be here because he saw it too. There was a portal that opened up. I knew I was supposed to go through, but my twin didn't let me, and that goes with a whole nother thing. But after that, you know, the adults in my life were like, I connected with adults more. I was like 3 years ahead of my reading, my math, and I could see things. I always knew when my a member of my family was going to die within a couple of weeks. But unfortunately, what happened back then, because I could hear and see and those things, of course, mom took me to a psychiatrist and said, your daughter's whacked. And I was on medications, and she dumbed down my gift. So it wasn't until I knew I had the gift, but I kept it quiet. So there was things like, I was just remembering after we talked, I was in high school one day. I had a dream about a Volkswagen driving off a cliff in Colorado Springs, and sure enough, the next day it was in the paper. So then I knew something was up, and then I started having dreams that would come true. I would have premonitions about my family, about my friends, but I didn't tell them I was gifted. So I always knew I was off, even with going to a Christian school.
Off, you mean what you mean by off is different. In other words,
yeah, different. Yeah, different. Because I could see things around people, even in going back in grade school. They'd say, Michael Ann often stares into space, or spaces, but they thought I was having a seizure, but I was actually more in tune to dead people, what was going on around me than what was going on in the classroom. Yeah, so it wasn't really until I got into television and I worked at a station and met, it was about 2007 when I really started coming into my gifts. And that was through a friend. She's no longer a friend because of certain circumstances, but she was a medium as well. And I would see things and started experiencing things, and just knowing what was going on in the station, and some things, and I just always knew. And then I started doing readings. I actually have a website, but I so yeah.
James Campbell is asking a question for you, Michael.
Okay.
Do you believe evil spirits can possess people?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I agree with that. I know that for a fact.
Yeah,
I've been possessed twice so far.
Yeah, unfortunately, with I suffer from anxiety and depression. That's partly to do with being an empath. I have to make sure who I'm. But I've been put in a psych hospital before, which You don't do with a psychic medium empath. It just doesn't work. And
No.
so I saw what was going on, and it was, yeah, it just, I knew a couple people there were actually possessed. A lot of people just, you know,
Yeah.
not, it was more PTSD and things that, you know, a chemical thing. But yeah, it just, yeah, I tell people, yeah, the worst thing you can do
Basically,
is put a psychic medium in
go on, Jim.
yeah.
I agree with this comment here by Vic, saying they can stick their new world order where the sun don't shine.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And
New
we have
World.
a Facebook user here saying that's trippy. I've had the dream experience as well, Michael Ann. I would see something in real life that I dreamt beforehand.
Yeah. And a lot of people do. It's hard because you want to tell people, but you can't because they're going to think you're nuts.
Yeah,
Like
Fruit
I knew about a 9/11. Like, even I here's with the Oklahoma City bombings. 2 weeks before it happened, I went into the newsroom and they're like, "You didn't, you know, you look like you didn't get much sleep." And I explained that, yeah, I saw this building, it fell off. I was in Oklahoma for some reason. There was babies all around, burnt bodies, and anyways, 2 weeks later, it's on the news. I'm like, oh my god. And then I, you know, dreamt about 9/11 and you know, my clock. It just was weird, and I knew what was going to happen, but you can't tell the government, oh, by the way, you're going to have a terrorist attack on your towers, and the FBI is going to be like, what? Yeah,
Yeah, well, they're the cause. Actually, they're going to wonder how you knew it.
exactly. And in 4D, when I'm in 4D, I've actually had the Men in Black come into my door, and I never let them in, but they've been to my house in 4D.
Oh, really? That's amazing. Were they human or extraterrestrial?
They were human. These guys are
They were
human.
human.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
the Men in Black are, so it's normally there's two of them, and one's human and one's not.
No,
yeah. These guys were human.
I actually think they're hybrids.
Oh yeah, they could be hybrids, but from my perspective, they were human beings. But and that was just in 4D. But I didn't stay long. I didn't entertain that. I just, they're like, we want to talk to you, and I'm like, nope, goodbye. And they haven't been back since. So even though I've been operating in 4D and helping out, so yeah, I do a lot over there.
James Campbell saying, can multiple spirits haunt your home? Watch stuff on YouTube about stuff like that.
Oh yeah, absolutely they can. It's not really a haunting. You know, there are what we call hauntings, but it's more residual. If that land is older, you're going to have a lot of spirits that feel comfortable with on that land. So yeah, you can have multiple people. It's like that show Ghosts. You know, oh, I died here. Oh, I got shot here. Oh, they poisoned me here. You know, so
Well,
sometimes where a person dies, sometimes if they have unfinished business or if they don't feel comfortable with moving on, they stay. So
I guess it all depends too if it's built on a burial ground.
yeah, exactly. But like out here, where we investigated a Gleason um, ranch, there was a little girl. Basically, she was killed there, and it was awful. I'm not going to go into it, but the entity, one of the benevolent spirits there, was keeping her there, and we told her she could be free and we can help her out. So we let her, hopefully, you know, when we go back, she's not there, but I believe her spirit was released to what we call heaven, or a more more spiritual place than what she was held there at the
Right.
ranch. Yeah.
Vic is asking, are the men in black futuristic humans?
Well, what I saw, I believe so because they operated solely in 4D. So I think because you have to understand sometimes, usually what happens in 4D first will happen in 3D. Like for instance, a couple of months ago, almost a year ago, I was rescuing people in the Ukraine. It was a war, Ukraine war, and then it happened in the 3D. I was actually rescuing children, and that's my job over there, like more of a rescuer. Um, People from buildings and things, and helping them get situated in new homes. So yeah, I do believe there are some that just are there in the 4D that operate only in 4D, just like aliens entities can operate in 5, and you go up on up. So yeah, answer to your question, yeah, there could be hybrids here that live in this area that live in the 3D. I do believe that. I have yet to see them or meet them or see anything. I've seen a couple things online about them, from CCTV, but otherwise, yeah. Answer to your question, probably yes.
Marion Clark is watching from Ghost House Paranormal. Thank you for joining us, Marion Clark. James
Hi.
Campbell says, see people play with the Ouija board. They deserve everything they get. What are your thoughts on that? Well, if you use protection, I don't think they deserve everything they get. They're having a bit of fun. They don't know what they're letting themselves in for. It can wreck your life. If you want to destroy a Ouija board, you need to set it on fire, and then you take the ashes and you put them into running water. It's 3 different locations of running water stream, and that's how you get rid of. That's how you destroy a Ouija board, by burning it and taking it to 3 locations. But you need to have protection, don't you, Michael? Like holy water, quartz crystal, incense, cross,
White candles.
Oh yeah, I dealt with a Ouija board when I was in high school, and I vowed never, because what we opened, it was not good. And we didn't know how to destroy it. We didn't know. We just got rid of it. And yeah, it. And then I had a nephew once that his friends opened it up, and he's like, "Auntie, what do we do?" Well, I ended up saging, but the way I destroyed it was I set it on fire, but then I covered it with earth and then poured water on it, away from the location, and then the person that was dealing with that was fine after that. So because that was instinctively what I was supposed to do, but yeah.
So Facebook user asking, why do most ghosts die a violent death?
That's kind of funny. Well,
Yeah, it is.
They don't actually. It's just what the news says or they perceive, like the Cecil Hotel. These ghost adventures. Oh, he died a violent death. He whatever. But a lot of if you look statistically, most humans will die of like heart failure or diabetes or something like that. It's not until we get into the terrorist attacks where people die horrible deaths and violent deaths. There's not a lot of car accidents. There's more shootings now than ever before. But that's the choice.
I think the number one cause of death in this country is heart attacks.
Yeah. So it's not.
Marianne Clark says you must close the Ouija board properly and anoint it with sage oil. Yeah, the planchette on the Ouija board makes the Ouija board activated, and it's a portal. If you take the planchette off the Ouija board, it's not activated.
Oh, definitely. I totally agree with that. I learned that later in life, and even with my nephew, what I did instinctively worked. I think it's because of my intent, but I totally agree with the sage oil, the incense, the quartz, things like that. I did smudge them, with dragon's blood and things like that. But yeah, to do it properly. And then I've got, people that, friends that do Ouija boards all the time because of their
Yeah.
intent. They open and close the portal and it works for them. It's a tool. Just like I use a pendulum, it's no different. It's your intent. So yeah.
Yeah, me and I was performing on a Ouija board session with my family and my friends, and Jim said to me, I'm getting the name." Jim was online. He said, "I'm getting the name Jeremy," and I said, "Like, we don't know a Jeremy. Do we know anybody know a Jeremy? No, nobody knows a Jeremy." So Jim said, "Okay," and he left. And then we performed the Ouija board session, and the spirit spelled out the name Jeremy. And then Jeremy
cool.
Burmeister come into our life 3 months later. How about
That's cool.
Vic says he's had an ongoing battle with aliens and futuristic humans for nearly the last decade.
Oh, geez.
They want him to change his path. That's what it is.
Haha.
They want him to change his path. That's why he's getting attacked by demons.
Draconis
because,
Black
he's
Flame is
heading towards the
asking,
light.
what's your take on different materials used for a Ouija board?
What do you mean, like glass or? I mean, Ouija boards were just, they've been used for eons, but I don't understand.
Ouija boards are sold in toy shops to kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's highly dangerous, they are. Highly dangerous.
Yeah. So are you talking about like a cardboard versus wood versus glass versus, because they're made whatever, but.
Yeah, they'll work with, I believe they'll work with any material they're made of.
Exactly. They've been doing it before the Ouija board was made. This was done in, I think with just a glass and things written on a table.
Right.
So, this has been going on for years. So yeah. Before the Ouija board I think it was Mattel that came out with it. I forget who it was, but because my mom, we bought one. I got one for Christmas one year. I don't know why, but that was, bizarre. We thought we were doing it for fun,
James
Campbell
says,
they sell it as a game, so a child would automatically think it's a game, right?
Oh yeah, we thought it was a game. We didn't know any better until it got weird.
Yeah.
And then we're like, oh. Yeah.
My sister-in-law, she left the planchette on the Ouija board and went and made a cup of tea. And when she come back, she saw it spell out the word evil. And she brought it back to me and give it to me. And she brought the demon with it. And I saw it was a monk with a black cross around his neck. A monk standing in my lounge. Yeah, she brought back with the Ouija board. I couldn't believe it. And the little girl as well. And the little girl scratched her back. Couldn't believe it. Wow.
Draconian Black Flame says it's always believed that when it's made from things like wood, it would be more prone to hold more powerful entities.
Possibly because wood is an absorption, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. It's an element. So yeah.
James Campbell said, "Do you believe in Zozo the demon?" I believe in many demons. There probably is a Zozo the demon. If it says he exists, then he probably does. Zozo.
Oh yeah, I saw that on Ghost Adventures one time. But yeah, I saw his name was Zozo. I'm like, and I was laughing because I'm like, you know what it sounds like? Bozo the Clown. Like I was.
Yeah, Zozo.
I was laughing actually, but yeah,
I guess Zozo has come to say hello.
Yeah. So every demon has a name, just like every angel has a name. So.
I agree. Yeah.
Like every demon has
Beelzebub, Baphomet, they're all pirates.
Yeah. So yeah, I believe he exists. I they exist, whatever. You got to have that balance, good with evil, evil with good.
I mean, to my astonishment, I have discovered over the years there's good and there's bad demons. The lower vibrational frequency demons are bad. They despise mankind. They will attack you. However, there are good demons out there as well, and good devils. I mean,
Vic is asking, can psychics or can physics with angelic guides or psychics, whatever, I guess, help someone who is being attacked by aliens?
Yes, we can.
Yeah. Well,
I've
Vic's
done
being
it.
attacked by aliens, and he needs your help, Michael. To be honest.
Yeah, I've done it. You connect. Usually, it ends up with me channeling and finding out why the attack is happening. I also connect with Michael, obviously, Michael the Archangel.
Archangel Michael. I connect with Archangel Gabriel. I affiliate with him.
Yeah.
And you affiliate with Archangel Michael. That's good. Yeah, Archangel Michael is a protector, isn't he?
Yeah. So he's been with me, I think, all of my lives. I've lived many lives. So yeah.
Yeah, Archangel Gabriel. I was having an argument with my wife, and Archangel Gabriel came to me and said he tried to stop the argument, and he said penitence, and he said like basically I had to Google the word. My wife was trying to apologise for all her being horrible to me in the past, and it's really nice of Archangel Michael to do that.
Yeah. But yeah, if it's depending what type of attacks you're having and things, we can work it out and help you, definitely. And depending, it may take two of us. So Jim would probably with his Reiki, and we could help you, definitely. If
that's right, angels are real. Yeah, angels
are
real.
Angels are real.
Yeah.
Hi. Yeah, the angels definitely are real. They're awesome. They're cool. They're massive. They are very massive. I always have to laugh when you go into a store and see these little cherub angels. I'm like, but that's not what they look like. So yeah.
Well, they can adjust it. They're shapeshifters as well, really. They can actually.
Well, they can do whatever they want. They're angels.
They can appear as you wish to your desire, hot desire. I've seen cherubim angel, and it looked like a cherubim angel, and I didn't even believe that. Cherubim angels are closer to God than any of the angels. Yeah, angels are so divine, celestial beings.
Yeah, I've had experiences in. I
would say, forgive me for saying this, angels are more divine than God. They are really.
Yeah.
Well, like Bradley says, God is a gangster.
Yeah, God's a gangster. Yeah. Yeah, with bipolar and schizophrenia, But like he means well anyway, and at the end of the day, he's a gangster, and he created this realm. He can do what he likes, you know what I mean? And Tim keeps judging him, like I felt judge yourself, isn't it? Really, I guess. Maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, God does answer people's prayers, and well, prayers are powerful, to be honest. I had an angel manifest to me, and she said, "Pray every day and read the Bible." That's what she said. She's trying to help me.
Deborah Schwinn says she is speaking the truth. I was trained by Archangel Michael to be a demon warrior. He is my best friend on the other side.
Yeah, Deborah, he's awesome. And it's cool to be, oddly enough, I'm his name's mom. There's this whole thing about being born and a contract and things, but it's interesting how my name embraces both female and male.
Yeah.
And my
Yeah. That's
my
right.
siblings, yeah, my siblings were
Oh,
named.
now I see the connection. Archangel Michael. Yeah. You see
Yeah.
the connection there.
So
Yeah.
my name actually means of like God and full of grace is what my name means. And it's just interesting how I've developed through the years. And wow, I'm getting goosebumps right now.
Archangel Gabriel, I affiliate with him. I played him age 9. I played Archangel Gabriel in drama. I was Archangel Gabriel, and
Oh
like,
wow.
and then I never thought I'd ever meet him in my life, and like,
Mhm.
and I did. And Archangel Gabriel, he said to God that he doesn't believe all the people in hell belong there, and God was furious and changed him into a woman, a female,
Mhm.
and
Mm.
so that's why Gabriel is a unisexual name because
How old were you,
in some
Bradley, when you
angel
met him?
card,
How old were
huh?
you when you met him? How old were you when you met him?
Oh, about 10 years ago. 10 years
Oh, yeah.
ago, yeah. I was,
Yeah.
yeah. He was trying to help me solve. I was arguing with the wife, and he was trying to sort us out. No, really,
I
trying to
think
bring us
Michael was
together.
there with my near death experience along with my biological father who's ascended. So yeah, because my biological father was really a jerk in life. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, really? Yeah. So was mine actually. You know,
yeah,
my parents were not very. My parents, I was dragged up, not brought up. You know what I mean?
yeah. My dad, my biological dad, was a abuser, a drug addict.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, well, yeah.
so yeah, very.
Yeah. I could
My
have
mom had a
Yeah.
very hard pregnancy with us. I'm surprised we were even born. It's a miracle we were born. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. So you
That's a
understand
whole nother
trauma then.
story.
That's why you're very. That's why you're a good healer because you understand trauma in people. You
Yeah,
don't get it from books. You get it from experience. You know, it's similar to
yeah,
my story. You know, I'm pretty good at reading people.
yeah.
Change
That's another
frequency and
gift.
vibration.
That's another gift I have. I can tune in on somebody's ailments. I have actually too manifested oil in my hands um, while doing healing, um, helping. Yeah, so that's another gift I have. It's more on a back burner, but yeah.
I don't know if this is Vic again, but they're saying I've had fetus knock me back for help in my time of need because they stated that their guides would be affected because I was attacked by aliens.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what a fetus. I don't know what that is.
A
I'm
fetus.
sorry.
I don't know either.
I don't know either. What is that, Vic? I've never heard of that.
Deborah Schwinn says, in this lifetime, I was about 3 when Archangel Michael introduced himself to me.
Yeah, Deborah, I think I was when that portal opened. I think that's when I felt an angel presence as well too. By not going through the portal, I think I think Michael came through to protect me in this lifetime. That's why I survived 2 near-death. Well, I've survived death twice and some weird accidents as well, where I probably should have died, but yeah, have lived. I'm a
Yeah.
very adventurous spirit, so yeah, I did some stupid things in my lifetime.
Oh, that is Vic, and he says he meant to say psychic.
Psychic. Yeah.
Okay, psychic for
Yeah, he's
aliens.
had
Oh,
psychics. He's had psychics knock him back for help because of his
not
time of need. They stated that the guides would be affected because he was being attacked by aliens.
what? That's not true. I don't know what, we're here to, a psychic this drives me bananas. So we're here on earth to help. And some psychic mediums have agendas and they require like $500 an hour or whatever. Um, and they say, yeah, I can't help you because of this or help you because of that. And I will tell somebody, I can't help you if I can't tune into the issue or I'm having problems or whatever. But I try to, if you're being attacked or you need help, I try to help you. I do. There are times I do ask for donations because I got to pay rent and bills. But these psychics that want $150 an hour, I mean, it's just, I get it, but I think it's stupid.
Got a message here for you, Michael. Oh my God, we have the same story. PM me sometime. That's
Are
Deborah.
you
Deborah Schwinn.
Deborah, Facebook me as a friend request, and I'd love to talk with you. Absolutely.
Well, we're coming to the end of the show now, Michael. Is there anything you'd like to say? We've got like 2 minutes left.
Yeah, just who's ever listening, just be encouraged that there are psychic mediums out there to help you and not rake you of all your money and hard-earned earnings. I'm dealing with a couple of people helping through grief, things like that, and we're put on this earth to help. Karma helps me sometimes to pay my rent and things, but just things can get weird as more as you open your third eye. But there are people to help you and guide you, and just don't be afraid of the unknown, because that helps us to grow.
Yeah, thank you for your advice, Michael. That's very good. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was nice having you back with us, Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have you back
Anytime,
again.
guys. I love it. Yeah, it's been fun. It's always fun with you guys.
We're going to a new platform, Esoteric Hours, 4.5 million. So we're going to we'll have you back for that show, okay?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
Because we want to promote you and get you in the spotlight so everyone knows who you are. So when you walk down the street, people go, "Hi, Michael."
In Arizona, we don't walk in the heat anymore. It's like 120 degrees out here. But yeah, if you don't mind, I'll put my website in the chat room, and
Yeah, that's
keep
fine.
in contact with me.
Yeah.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you for all of you contribution in the forums, all your questions. Thank you everyone. Sorry we didn't do shout outs, but it doesn't matter. What matters is that you're here listening to the show and enjoying Michael Ann Gilpin's company. So and Jim's company as well. Over to you, Jim.
See you all in the next one.
See you later. Bye, guys.
Bye. Bye, Michael.